G'day everyone. This afternoon I've come out here to a local waterway to do a bit of bait fishing. I've got my mate Brett with me, who's just up the river there about 20 metres, and today is the last mask-free day. Starting tomorrow we have to wear a mask in the outdoors, so it's the last day of no masks. It's a magnificent sunny day. We're going bait fishing. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Right, now this is the spot we're fishing. We've chosen this spot for a reason. I've ran my deeper fish finder through here several times, and it's about a metre and a half, mostly through here. It's slow, shallow and calm, and I reckon that's a likely looking spot for a carp. But down the bottom end of the hole in there, it drops down to nearly 4 metres of water. It's very deep, and we've actually caught Murray cod down there. So we've come here. I'm essentially fishing for carp in the top end of the hole where it's shallow. Brett's got cheese on for bait, and he's right down there where it's deep, and he's specifically targeting Murray cod. That being said, you can still catch Murray cod on worms, so a Murray cod is a possible bycatch for me if I'm lucky. We're just fishing for anything. But this is the carp end of the hole, that's the cod end of the hole. I'm starting off with worms on that rod. And on the other rod here, I'm starting off with corn. I'm putting corn on one. I've deliberately put the worms on the end that's a little bit deeper down there where there's more likely to be a cod, and I've deliberately put the corn on up here in the shallowest part of the hole. Sort of gradually gets deeper. Now, I'm not going to make any jokes about corn today. No more corny corn jokes. How you going down there, Colonel Corker? You getting any bites? It's a sign of the times, eh? Just putting a little bit of instant hand sanitizer on my hands while I'm watching the just waiting for Daniel Andrews to come out and make his press conference. He's to let us know whether we're going to be banned from going fishing. There's a lot of rumours circulating that there's going to be harsher lockdowns coming. And while I'm sitting here fishing, wondering whether I'm going to be able to do this again in the next few days, we'll find out very shortly.
In cumulative terms, 11,557 coronavirus cases in Victoria. That's 671 more than we reported yesterday. 73 of those are...
I'm getting a bite here. I've got him, but I don't want to catch one yet because... Can you tell me what Dan says? It's a big carp. I've got a big carp on, but we're listening to Daniel Andrews. You listen to Dan. Tell us whether we're still allowed to go fishing. Daniel Andrews is making his announcement right this very moment.
Melbourne is that under those state of disaster provisions from 8 p.m. tonight, a curfew will be implemented. So there will be a curfew across metropolitan Melbourne from 8 p.m. this evening.
Sorry folks, this is a bit of an anticlimax, but this carp I don't want him to interrupt Daniel Andrews. He's just told us that Melbourne people aren't allowed to go fishing as of 6 o'clock tonight, but he hasn't got to regional Victorians yet. This is a very big fat carp.
We can no longer have people visiting others. We can no longer have people out for no good reason whatsoever.
This is the quietest fish I've ever fought because I'm not talking. I'm listening to Dan Andrews. There was always going to be a carp up at this end of the hole, wasn't there? Oh, here we go. He's talking about regional.
Given the significant community transmission and the growing case numbers, and the fact that we need to stay ahead of this in regional Victoria, from midnight next Wednesday, regional Victoria will move to stage 3 restrictions. That's stay at home, except for reasons to leave. That will mean that restaurants, cafes, bars, gyms, a whole range of other settings we're well and truly acquainted with those will need to close from midnight.
Hang on, he hasn't said anything about fishing.
Mate, you make the most of this fish, Rob.
Yeah. I'm still listening.
Grow in regional Victoria, and then we have a situation where, as we are perhaps bringing stability and reduced numbers to metropolitan Melbourne, we have a problem that is even larger and spread right across regional Vic. We just can't have that. So that change is coming to effect on
Can you bring that phone over here, bro? Sorry, I just want to...
They will move exclusively to a work from home, and if they can't work from home, then the work simply won't be done.
He hasn't said anything about fishing yet.
A lot of detail, very complicated supply chains and other issues. They are being worked through, and I'll have further analysis to make tomorrow.
Got him.
I just again want to make the point that
There he is, folks. I'm going to go and listen to Dan, and I'm going to tell you about the fish. Well, while Dan Andrews is still talking, he's just said that the kids don't have to go to school for a while. 55 very fat centimetres. 55 centimetres, and he's very fat. And you wonder he fought so hard. Now back to Dan. Righto, we've got one on the border, and I caught him on the worms. That was a little bit of an anti-climax. He bit probably 10 minutes before I wanted him to bite. I wanted to listen to what Daniel Andrews had to say first. But at the time of recording, right this very moment, it's currently 2:51 p.m. on Sunday, I think it's the 2nd of August. They've just announced that all of Melbourne is in full lockdown as of 6 o'clock tonight. No fishing, and regional Victoria are about to go into lockdown on Wednesday. I'm not sure how this is going to affect me at work. I've just started my new job recently. I've been working for about 6 weeks, not a huge amount, but I've been getting a few hours. That might come to a sudden halt now, I suspect, but I'll find that out during the week. But for today, it's going to enjoy the day. Carpe diem, it means seize the day. Carpe diem, carpe diem. Carpe about to get another one of them.
Yeah, probably carp maybe.
You're using cheese, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you catch carp on cheese very often? I've never caught a carp on cheese.
Yeah, I know. I used to catch a lot of.
Brett's just lost a fish down there on the cheese. He said it was a big fish. He said it was probably a carp because it was a little bite, but you'll never know. So we've got our ears open for Brett's bells. You're on, are you? I'll bring the super net in case it's about a 50-pound cod. It is a cod, is it? How big is it? 90? $48. What's that?
Might be 50 actually. Not sure.
There we go, folks. Look what Brett's got. I'll see if I can net him for you, Brett.
Don't fall in there, bro. It's a bit slippery.
I'll be going head first if I do. Can you bring him in that way?
Oh, look at that. You're a ledge.
About time this net caught something other than carp. I'm puffed.
What a lovely cod.
I ran down here like an athlete.
There you go.
There's a ripping fish.
It's quite a solid fish.
He's got to be 55. I'll go get the tape measure and I'll grab my camera and get a photo for you.
Yeah, sure.
Rightio.
It'd be about 40.
I'd be 50, 53, I reckon. 52.
52.
52 centimetres. Well done, bro. I'll get a photo for you.
Thank you, Phil.
It's okay. I wasn't filming the release. I wasn't filming that. I thought I was filming the release. See all those rings? That's the splash.
He is really.
Well, I don't think we've ever given anybody reason not to believe us, Brett.
True.
Well done, mate.
Ah, very good.
I've got a little bit of August cod thumb. Well, the plan has just so far just gone exactly to plan. When I first got here, I said the shallow end of the hole up here is the carpy end and the deep snaggy end down there is the cod end. So far we've caught a carp in the carp end of the hole and a cod in the cod end of the hole. How good is that? What a lovely Murray cod. Well done, Brett. Brett hasn't caught a fish for a while. He's had a bit of a fish drought. He hasn't been able to get out, and I'm just absolutely stoked for him. I really am. If you haven't already seen Brett's channel, check out Cod Gobbler 01. Although he hasn't been uploading lately, he's having a few technical issues with computers and stuff. But it's a great channel, lots of fun content. Go and have a look. Cod Gobbler 01. Here we go, folks. I'm getting a... I don't know what I just done. I pushed a button on that camera, but I just had a real nice bite on the corn. It's back, it's back. He's still there. Something's falling in love with this corn. Look at really soft bite. It's just gone a bit loose and a bit tight. Something's playing with it, but only ever so softly. What if I just slowly take up the slack and then set the hook? like that. That's what happens if you do that. Nothing happens. You miss the fish. I'll put that straight back out there, and I reckon he'll come back. I reckon he'll be back within 1 minute. That's all happening, bro. Both rods going at once here. I'm on. I got a monster on the worms, and I'm getting a bite on the corn at the same time. Nah, should be right, thanks, mate. He's not as big as the last one, I don't think. He's got a bit of weight in him, but that's another big old muddy. So yeah, it's almost an identical twin to the other one. Yeah, I might get, actually, this one might be a little bit bigger. I might get a photo, actually, if that's all right. I kid you not, I was getting I was just getting a bit of a bite on the corn, and I tried to hook it and I missed. I cast it back out and look around, and this rod was bloody getting a bite. Oh yeah, this is a bit bigger than the last one, I think. Find out in a minute. Brett to the rescue. Now that we're not listening to Dan Andrews, I can talk while I'm fighting this one. You know, my instincts were telling me to come. Didn't I say that to you on the way out? My instincts are telling me that this is the spot. And I've only been here an hour. Three fish. I reckon he's bigger than the last one, look.
Oh, definitely, yeah. You want me netting?
Yeah, thanks, bro. That'd be good. You might have to just, I'll bring him over the other side of the, it's a bit lower. 6 inches lower on that side. You watch out for the fish not holder.
No. Dragon.
Just tiring, I'm only using 6 pound line on this rod. Oh, you're the man. Or Nilly. Yes, you're the man. People laugh at this and that, but it does such a good job. It does such a good job. Thanks, bro. You reckon he's a fair bit? Yeah, I reckon he's bigger than the last one.
Yeah, I reckon he is.
I'll get a quick measure now while he's down there. Still got the tape measure in my pocket from your cod.
Well, he's bigger than the cod. Should he be close to 60, I reckon?
He is 64. No, it's about there. About 60, 61.
61, there you go.
61. So we got, what was the first carp? 56, wasn't it?
56, yeah, so he's definitely bigger.
And your cod was 52 and he's 61.
Well done.
Right, old faithful worm rod. Just out there in the middle. Right on the edge of the current. Between the current and the backwater. And it still wonders. That fish that was nibbling the corn never came back. I wouldn't be at all surprised if I caught a cod in here. Not one bit. I mean, they'd come into here. You and I both know that down there around the deeper water where the logs are is better. And even along that bank over there where the there's a lot more cover and stuff. Out here in the open, it's just not their sort of preferred territory.
No, that's right.
So you've had another nice bite on the cheese. I can hear bells. If you listen really quietly, you can hear Brett's bells on his fishing rods up there. Did you hear him? Whoa. Getting a bite, getting a bite. He's there. Got him. Game on! I'm on again. Whoa! She's pulling drag. Now quite often when a fish comes straight up, goes straight out and straight up to the surface, more often than not that means it's a carp. Cod usually just goes straight down looking for the logs, and yes, this is a carp. Doesn't that sound fair to you, Brett? Usually when it's a carp, or usually when it goes straight to the surface, it's a carp.
Oh yeah,
in the words of, not as big as the last one, in the words of John Laws, not all carp come straight to the surface, but all fish that come straight to the surface are carp. Is that what he said?
I think so.
The man with the golden microphone.
Oh, he's still a bit green.
It's going to be red in a minute. Luckily I've got my master assistant netting man here. Netting man and cameraman. I'll bring him over that way, bro. Sure good. Just lay the net down and just get a little bit of energy. Wish I had this much energy each morning when I woke up. Finding it hard to get motivated lately. I keep thinking once trout season gets here, I'll be more motivated, but once trout season gets here, guess what? We're not allowed to go fishing. I just realised that right now.
That's not good.
I've been looking forward to it. Oh, we might, it depends. If this only goes for 4 weeks, we might just scrape in. The ban might lift, but it all depends what happens in the next 4 weeks, doesn't it?
Yeah, how bad it gets.
You know what COVID-19, you know what COVID stands for? Citizens of Victoria ignoring directions. Oh, here he comes, here we go. No, from behind. Oh, Brett's netted him from the arse end.
My professional do that.
Hey, you are a pro.
Look at that, what a beast.
Yeah. Oh, put him on the footy pile with the others. Might get another quick picky, that's alright, bro. Now I forgot to measure that fish until after I dispatched it. So I went over to the hurt locker and measured it, and it's 60 centimetres on the dot. Now we're going to have to give or take an inch because its head has sort of changed shape a little bit. It's a bit flatter and longer, but it's 60 centimetres now, so somewhere between 59 and 60 centimetres. I can still hear Brett's bells. Rightio folks, we're heading off. Today is the last free day without having to wear a mask. Starting midnight tonight, we've got to wear a mask. Now we heard Daniel Andrews today, he's bringing in a lot of new restrictions. Please everybody stay safe. It's a really hard time for all Victorians. At this point in time, I don't know whether I'm allowed to go fishing as of this coming Wednesday or not. I suspect that if I am, it will only be local, and with rain in the forecast next week, these local waterways could become unfishable. I don't know. One thing I do know is that I'm going to do whatever it takes to stay safe, to keep me safe and those around me safe. If we can't go, we can't go. It is what it is. Let's just ride out the rough times and try and keep a positive attitude. And as I did with the last lockdown, if I can't go fishing, I'll still be able to make videos, product reviews, reflection type videos, and try and keep people entertained and keep a smile on people's faces. Anyway folks, Brett said to say thanks for watching, and he said to tell you guys to make sure that you remember to subscribe to my channel so that I can see you in the next video.